And I'm also proud to say that none of us forgot where we came from. We remember the fields where my father worked. We remember the shirts that my mother ironed. And we remember that today we have to help the people that do that. And I was very impressed with my colleague that just spoke, and I hope we can find a way to bring people out of the shadows. I hope there is a way to do that we can agree on. And I'm certainly willing to work on that, and I've been trying to work on that for years. And I hope there is a way. I know one thing. As Americans, we're very generous. We have a big heart. Sometimes we get confused about issues, but ultimately, when we do come together, we do big things. And I hope that we can. So again, I thank all of you. It's been an honor to receive this Achievement Award. I hope, like the good secretary said, it's not the end of my life. Mine was not a lifetime achievement, it was just a service award. So hopefully I have a few more years in me. And I continue to reach across the aisle, and will continue to work with each and every one of you that wants to work with me to try to better our country. And again, we're so lucky that the Lord put us here in this fabulous country. Y con eso les doy las gracias a todos, a ustedes, y buenas noches. Gracias.
And now turn your attention to the screens for messages from our sponsors, and please enjoy your dinner.
And deliver against our vision, not by the color of our skin or gender, where we come from, our tenure, who we know or who we love. We're on a journey to build an organization that reflects the rich diversity of our nation, one where we all feel seen and heard. While we've made progress, we still have work ahead of us. We will forge our path forward with passion, grit, ingenuity, and humility. Everyone at Altria has a role to play. Because when we work together, we rise to any challenge.
Mi nombre es Luisa Leal y soy la fundadora de la Fundación Acari, de Acari Foundation. Nuestra misión es educar, empoderar a la comunidad hispana. Todo lo que hacemos es 100% en español. Tenemos un programa de recursos que es el que usamos para ayudar a las familias a conseguir los recursos que necesitan. I always try to find like the best thing of whatever you do. That's one of the things that I teach my kids about. Find the good side of everything you're doing, regardless of what it is. But this is different. This is meaningful. I love what I'm doing. I love to help the community.
At Capital One, we're changing banking for good. That's why our associates volunteer their skills, supporting 169 nonprofits, small businesses, and startups to help them grow.
At Wells Fargo, we believe that doing can make a difference. That's why we've donated over $2 billion to strengthen local communities over the last 5 years. From more than $710 million to help address housing access and affordability, to roughly $420 million to help small business owners through nonprofits, to nearly $58 million to support scholarships and programming for students. Because doing gets it done.
We knew 5 years ago that our connectivity was challenged, and then COVID hit. It really put up a spotlight to the Biola community and its lack of connectivity. Some families had to leave because they were not able to receive the resources that they needed.
When I think about Biola, I think about a community that can be overlooked. And I think there's a term here that people want to be seen.
I have no doubt that the access that Comcast has brought to Biola is going to really transform this community.
My 7-year-old having access to high-speed internet, she's already leaps and bounds ahead of where I was at her age.
It's probably one of the most important things I've done in my career. I've seen a lot of the community members that I grew up in the face of those children, so it was incredible that I got to be a part of it.
This is one of the last small communities that's truly a community. By having this connectivity, they are given every opportunity, every privilege to grow and thrive.
Welcome back. We would like to acknowledge the presence of Ambassador of Grenada, Tarly Francis, Ambassador of Lithuania, Audra Plepte, Ambassador of Peru, Alfredo Ferrero. Representing the Chile Alumni Association, please welcome Lucinda Borque, President, and Sophie James, Vice President.
Good evening. Buenas noches, buenas noches. We'll give a count of 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Buenas noches. It's an honor to be here tonight as we celebrate Illuminating Futures, a theme that beautifully reflects a journey of Chile interns, alumni, and leaders making a difference across the globe.
Okay, I'm gonna jump in here for a second. I know we're still having dinner. Thank you so much for accommodating the reshuffling. As you know, having a president and a secretary of state is a wonderful honor, and we had to kind of move some things around. So if you can please take your seats so that the servers here can finish serving dinner and we can continue the program. Shh. Okay, you don't have to wait for me to come up every time. I'm just, shh. Okay. I know there'll be a little bit of noise still while we have dinner, but again, we want to be respectful of everyone's time. Your time is also very valuable. So if you can please pay attention to these wonderful young ladies, and I will see you in a couple minutes.
Thanks, Marianne. Take 2. Good evening, everyone. Buenas noches. It's an honor to be here tonight as we celebrate Illuminating Futures, a theme that beautifully reflects the journey of Chile interns, alumni, and leaders making a difference across the globe. For me, the Congressional Hispanic Leadership Institute changed everything. It opened doors, shaped my voice, and ultimately elevated me to the role I have today at Concordia. I am one of the many lives that have been transformed by Chile's mission. What a special and honor it is for us to celebrate the impact of Chile on our lives and the foresight of the Honorable Lincoln Diaz-Balart to create such an organization focused on the diversity of thought, which matters quite a bit today. The Congressional Hispanic Leadership Institute is the premier organization funded by members of the Congress to advance the Hispanic community's economic progress with a focus on social responsibility and global competitiveness. Tonight, we celebrate the vision and the future Chile continues to illuminate.
Thank you. Just 2 months ago, I was honored to be elected of the president of the Chile Alumni Association. Thank you. Louder round of applause, please. Thank you very much. I learned that from Ileana. From day one, I hit the ground running, organizing meetings with the board, collaborating closely with Marianne and the Chile team, and making sure that our vision and goals were aligned. Starting a new chapter can feel daunting, but I feel ready because I've been here before. As a proud Chile alum, I had the privilege of interning and working in the office of the Honorable Ileana Ross-Layton. And I had the opportunity to learn directly from leaders like Lincoln Diaz-Balart. Those experiences shaped me. They taught me how to lead, how to listen, and how to show up with purpose. Now, as a proud Dominican American, I stand here before you, humbled and honored to share this stage with trailblazers like Secretary Rubio and President Luis Abinader. At this time, I'd like to ask all Chile interns and alumni to please stand and be recognized. Your leadership is the future. Please stand.
Thank you, ladies. For Ambassador Award presentation, join us in welcoming back Marianne Gomez Horta and Joanna Diaz-Soffer, Principal External Affairs Manager at T-Mobile Chile Advisory Council.
Hi, everybody. The Chile Ambassador Award is presented to a Chile alum who has demonstrated an exceptional dedication and commitment to the mission and purpose of Chile. Keith Fernandez's journey is a testament to the power of perseverance, vision, and a deep commitment to uplifting others. Keith was a Chile intern in 2006 in the office of Senator Mel Martinez. He went on to earn a BA in political science from Florida International University before earning a JD at the University of Florida. And throughout Keith's years, he was voted by his peers to serve 2 terms as president of a Chile Alumni Association. Throughout his career, he has never forgotten the impact that Chile has had on his life and continues to provide mentorship and support to Chile interns and alum, helping them get a jump start on their careers as others did for him. Keith was voted in for 2 terms by his peers to serve as the president of the Chile Alumni Association.
Keith was a participant in the prestigious Presidential Leadership Scholars Program last year. For those of you that are familiar with that program, you have to have a special project. He partnered with Chile to establish the Chile Lincoln Diaz Ballard Public Service Fellowship. The fellowship aims to empower Hispanic college graduates to pursue careers in public service. This initiative seeks to break down financial and systemic barriers, ensuring that future leaders have the opportunity to serve our nation and bring their unique perspectives to the decision-making tables that shape our communities. Keith's professional journey further underscores his dedication to service. He currently leads social impact communications at DoorDash and has previously served as counsel and communications director to former U.S. representatives and Chile chairwoman Ileana Ros-Lehtinen. And just as a point, I'm pretty sure we've all talked about Ileana Ros-Lehtinen, and President Abinader did an intern for her. So don't worry, this is the last time we're going to be talking about the wonderful chairwoman. As we reflect on Keith's contributions, let us be reminded of the profound impact one individual can have on shaping a more inclusive and equitable society. Please join me in extending our heartfelt congratulations to Keith Fernandez on receiving the Chile Ambassador Award. Congratulations, Keith.
Okay. Wow, that made me sound pretty good, right? I think I should just get off the stage already. Thank you so much. I'm going to be brief because we got the president of the Dominican Republic coming up soon, so he's more important than I am. I'm a short stack. But I want to say thank you so much to the entire Chile community, Secretary Rubio, Congresswoman Salazar, Congressman Vargas, and really thank you to Lincoln Diaz Ballard. Lincoln Diaz Ballard's vision was key to establishing Chile. It's why so many of us are here today. Chile is family, and when I look around, I see Lincoln's face, vision, and purpose in every one of us, whether you're a global leader, whether you're a law fellow, whether you worked at Chile, or whether you're a supporter. And that's why it's important for Chile alumni to give back. I was honored, and thanks to Marianne for underselling her role in the Presidential Leadership Scholars Program when we established the Lincoln Diaz Ballard Fellowship. But I was honored to give back, and everyone should as a Chile alumnus, and they should give back financially, they should give back to the organization, and give back to the Hispanic community. I think the last thing I want to say is every speaker has talked about the importance of the impact one life can have and the impact that Lincoln had on so many people. Thousands and thousands of Hispanic men and women who have gone on to government service, nonprofits, corporate America is immeasurable. I'm also grateful about the impact that someone who took a chance on me at 15 years old, Congresswoman Ileana Ross-Leighton. I was her intern, I was her body man, I worked on her campaigns, I got Diet Coke, and I ended up as her counsel and communications director, which launched my career. So without Ileana, without Lincoln, I wouldn't be here. Thank you all, and I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Keith. And now to present the CHLI Founders International Award, please welcome CHLI board member, U.S. Senator Rick Scott of Florida, and Diego Zambrano, manager in federal government affairs at Philip Morris International CHLI Advisory Council.
Buenas noches. Today we are here to honor el presidente de la República Dominicana. President Luis Abinader Corona established himself as a respected economist and successful entrepreneur before taking the oath of office in 2020 to lead the country of the Dominican Republic. When President Abinader assumed leadership, the Dominican Republic was facing formidable challenges, a global pandemic, and long-standing institutional obstacles to national progress, which is where we are today in the DR. His response demonstrated both decisive action and a strategic vision. President Abinader's background uniquely prepared him for this moment. With an economics degree from el Instituto Tecnológico de Santo Domingo and advanced studies in project management at Holt International Business School in Massachusetts, he brings a rare perspective that few political leaders possess. Thank you, President Abinader, and I introduce you all to my hometown senator, or home state senator, Senator Rick Scott.
Let me just start, before I say something about the president, I just want to say something about two individuals. I want to say something about Lincoln. So if you didn't have the opportunity to go to Lincoln's funeral, you missed something. It was a tough day for a lot of people, but he has an unbelievable legacy. And everybody that spoke so well of what that individual did in so many people's life. He is a big loss, but he will always be remembered because his legacy is everybody in this room and people all around the world. So I think we all miss him. The next person I want to recognize is Ileana. So Lincoln, Ileana, Mario, three individuals that when no one knew me when I ran back in 2010, they all accepted me and helped me, and I wouldn't have won the election without them. But I want to thank all three of them. And Ileana continues to show up even though she's not in Congress anymore. She helped us the other day with an event. So I want to thank Ileana. Congratulations on being chairwoman. You've always been the boss, La Jefa. And thank you, Mario, for your friendship and all you've done for me. So now let me just do what I was supposed to do. So, all right, let me move down here. All right. So now I have the great honor of recognizing a leader whose vision has transformed a nation. And if you think about it, who you elect changes everybody's life. And this is an individual who has done that for so many people in the Dominican Republic. He has charted a clear course for the Dominican Republic, building effective institutions, creating economic opportunities for all citizens, and protecting the Dominican Republic's natural resources. His work to make significant changes to regulatory reforms and improving the business environment, which helps create a lot of job opportunities for every individual in that country. It helps the nation's economy, but helpfully the people. Under President Abinador's leadership, the Dominican Republic has a bright future where the full promise of the nation is realized by each and every individual in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in presenting the CHLI Founders International Leadership Award to the President of the Dominican Republic, His Excellency Luis Abinador.
Mrs. Ileana Rose Lehtinen, excuse my English, Chairwoman of Chile, Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart, Vice Chairman of Chile, and the other members of the Chile Board, distinguished members of Congress, members of the Diplomatic Corps, this evening honorees who have also been recognized, the Dominican delegation, most especially my daughter Adriana, who is here, who joins me in this special night. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor to be with you tonight. I accept this recognition from the Congressional Hispanic Leadership Institute with deep gratitude, not only as a personal distinction, but as a validation of the work we are doing in the Dominican Republic to strengthen democracy, promote economic development, and foster regional cooperation. Allow me to congratulate Secretary of State Marco Rubio, as well as Representative Maria Elvira Salazar and Juan Vargas. Their commitment to our communities reflects the values we share: democracy, freedom, and opportunity. I also want to honor the memory of Congressman Lincoln Diaz-Balart, whose leadership was instrumental to this institute and to deepening U.S.-Dominican ties. I am grateful that he nominated me for this award. His legacy continues through his son Daniel, who is here, who works in support of our bilateral relationship, and through his brother, Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart, one of our strongest and most respected allies in Congress. Likewise, I recognize Congressman Adriano Espaillat, a proud Dominican American and tireless advocate for our diaspora. His leadership embodies the importance of bipartisan cooperation. I firmly believe that the friendship between our countries must transcend party lines, anchored in shared interests and democratic values. Since taking office, I have said, democracy must go beyond formality. It must mean protected rights, strong institutions, and opportunities. My government has pushed reforms to promote transparency, institutional strength, and human rights. Our vision is clear: more democracy, more rights, more participation. The United States has been a key ally. From the beginning of my terms in 2020, I underscored the importance of our relationship, saying, we are going to strengthen our strategic relationship with the United States, our main trading partner and home to 2 million of our fellow citizens. The Dominican Republic has become one of the United States' most reliable partners. Between 2015 and 2024, bilateral trade totaled $154 billion, with a $42 billion trade surplus for the United States. Imagine that a country the size of the Dominican Republic produced the 6th largest U.S. trade surplus in the world, excluding the Netherlands and Hong Kong, which are transit points. This is why we believe the Dominican Republic should not be included even in the 10% minimum global tariff. In 2024, 53% of our export, $6.9 billion, went to the U.S. We are a leading supplier of medical and ultraviolet UV devices, electrical switches, and the best cigars in the world. But our ties go far beyond trade. American companies are investing heavily in sectors like tourism, manufacturing, energy, and financial services. Last year, we reached a record $4.5 billion in foreign direct investment with the U.S. as the primary source. On security, the Dominican Republic is the United States' top ally in the Caribbean against transnational crime. We lead the region in per capita extradition, and since 2020, we have expanded joint operations with the DEA. In 2024, we achieved 5% economic growth, which is double the regional average, and brought unemployment down to 4.8%, the lowest in our history. Poverty dropped by 5 points to 19%, and since 2018, the real minimum wage has risen to 38%. Our aim is to double the size of the economy in 10 years and raise per capita income to $15,000 as a middle-income country by 2028. This growth must be inclusive, and we are working to expand our middle class from 40% to 50% of the population for 2028. Emerging sectors offer new promise. Our rare earth reserve, with a gross estimate of 100 million tons, present an unprecedented opportunity. Extraction will begin next year and will impact jobs and the economy significantly. But development is impossible without safety and security. We have acted decisively. The homicide rate dropped from 11.5 in 2023 to 7.8 per 100,000 citizens in early 2025. Today, we are the second safest country in Central America and the Caribbean, and among the safest tourist destinations worldwide. However, the humanitarian and security crisis in Haiti continues to strain our institutions. We call on the international community to take a sustained, responsible role in Haiti's stabilization. We cannot let it be forgotten again. Dear friends, the Dominican Republic is progressing, stronger, more stable, and more open to the world than ever before. We seek even closer collaboration with the United States and President Trump's administration. I accept this recognition on behalf of all Dominicans whose daily efforts make our progress possible. We look to the future with hope, and who knows that democracy is not inherited. It is built by the labor of hard-working citizens day by day. Thank you very much. Thank you for Chile, and God bless you, and God bless Dominican Republic and the United States.
Congratulations again to President Abinader Corona. Muchas felicidades. Jonathan, come on. Let me make sure. I'm going to ask that everybody please remain in your seats while the president exits the ballroom for his safety and ours. A round of applause as the president leaves the ballroom. Congratulations, felicidades. Muchísimas gracias también a todos los amigos de la Dominica República. Muchísimas gracias por su apoyo y su amistad. Go ahead. Just do the shush.
Yep. Shh. I promise we're almost done. Thank you to everyone tonight for joining us on this special evening to celebrate leaders who have made a difference in our communities, our country, and abroad. A special note of gratitude for your leadership and commitment to CHLI's interns and alumni, our illuminating futures. And thank you for joining us to celebrate the life and impact of our beloved friend and colleague, the Honorable Lincoln Diaz-Balart.
Again, congratulations to Keith Fernandez, Congresswoman Maria Elvira Salazar, Congressman Juan Vargas, Secretary Rubio, and President Abinader Corona. Thank you for your commitment to the diversity of thought and our individual and collective futures. We invite you now to join us and to now get up and have more fellowship, get a chance to connect and reconnect with those that you haven't in a while. And one last note, I do ask that the CHLI board members and advisory council members join me up here for photos with the honorees and the members of Congress. Thank you all for being big supporters of CHLI, for our interns and alumni. God bless, and thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the evening.